What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Mitchell Phillips here, bringing you yet another live stream on the Crew 2. We got a lot of plans today. I unlocked the Camaro ZL1 finally, just a couple days ago. So we got to customize this thing. I have not touched it in terms of cosmetic modifications until today. I'm going to do that first with you guys. Appreciate the support, everyone. Welcome back to yet another stream. And then once we're done customizing it, I have never done a race with this car either, so I gotta see how it stacks up. What is going on? Guy, Basti, Christopher, Javier, I don't know what your real name is, but welcome, good to have you. The Kaiser, what's up? I was the first to comment on the stream. Oh, JK, good to have you in here, man, welcome. Gugax, what up, man? Local legend, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. It's too bad it's not daytime, yo. I wish they had better lighting in here. I think they should like update this and make these lights a lot brighter because car is just very poorly lit. And this is like your garage almost, you know? You would think there'd be good lighting. But anyways, let's go customize this thing. I want to do everything. Dude, we should probably change the color just because, right? Elias, what's up, man? Good to have you in here. Hopefully I said that correctly. What do you guys think we should do for the color? Should we go with one of the official colors? This is like oh no, that is the original red that we already had. Oh, the yellow, blue. What color do you guys want? Muad, what's up, man? Mitch, I'll be out of town next week, for the next week, maybe two. All right, fair enough, Christopher. If you have free time and you're able to get in, we'll definitely like to have you in. But all right, let's go black. You voted black. Should we go with the almost black? We'll just go straight black. Let's do it. Okay, guys, get ready for the next one. We got it black, headed to the visual parts. I'm going to go first answer is the one we're going with, and let's just see what we end up with. So here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What do you guys like the best? I'm going to keep scrolling through it. 3. All right, 3 it is. We're going with 3. We're doing this super rapid fire. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I'm gonna go through these. Let's see what you guys are saying. Anything with carbon? We got the carbon on the hood, man. I'm gonna keep going because I think local legend might have been for the Alright, 2 it is. We're going with 2. Done. Front fender. We're just gonna wide body this. I'm assuming that the wide body is gonna win out anyways. Do we keep the rims the same? Or change them to these ones, actually. I'm wondering if we should do this because the rim selection, like the rims just look kind of weird in this game. I don't know. But if we change the color after, maybe. We might be able to make them a darker silver. It might look better. The shine on the rims is just off. I don't know what it is. No. What do I like? I might go with the stock rims. I'm thinking stock. Yeah, I'm thinking we keep them the same. Well, not the same, but the other stock ones I like better. Let's do that. Right here. I like these ones a little bit better. Hopefully you guys agree. If not, sucks. And what color brake caliper? Let's see what the first one that comes in. I'm interested. Why is it so hard to believe my name is Javier just because someone else's? There was 3 Javiers in one stream. It's already a fairly unique name, man. What color do we make the brake calipers? Let's see what the first answer is. What's up, Jamal? Good to have you in here, bro. Light blue? All right, we're going light blue, guys. Let's see what we got. I think that's a good choice. It matches the headlights. It matches the headlights. Good choice, man. Good choice. All right, side mirrors. We're going with these ones. I'm not even going to wait for that. Side skirt. There's not many options. We're going with the carbon. Rear fender. Of course, wide body. We're not going to wide body the front and not do it to the rear. Come on. I'm just going to choose the wing quick. Let's see if we got a nice wing on here. I don't want a big wing, actually. We didn't do too much to the front bumper either, so I'm thinking... See, the lighting is so poor. They need to fix this. They need to put better lighting in the garage. We're going to go with this one right here. Yeah, we're going with that one. That's okay. Rear bumper. All right, I'm going to let you guys choose this one. Everyone pay attention here. Dakota Bruce, what's up, man? Good to have you in here, man. Miles, what's up, man? Oh, you said white for the brake calipers? Okay, guys. Rear bumper. We're going through it. Don't just say a random number. I'm only going to look after I've gone through everyone. So get an idea of what you like. And then I'm going to keep scrolling through while I'm waiting for the first one to pop up. Alright, what are you guys going with? But whatever, I'm leaving. Can't have too many of you. Obviously not, man. I'm just joking. Of course we would have you in, but it's kind of ironic. We've never had another of you in, and then we had 2 extra ones in at the same time. 9? Alright, 9 it is. 9 it is. Not bad, not bad. Interior color, I guess we'll go with the blue. It just makes sense. Alright, I'll let you guys help out with a little bit of it. I think the final, oops, I messed that up. Let's do that again. I think the final result is pretty nice. I think we did a good job. Unfortunately, it's too dark. Oh, how did I didn't mean to do that. Okay, okay. Back. There we go. Let me take a look at this now. All black. We got this light blue in the headlights, which is kind of cool. Well, it's like a white, but it seems like there's a tinge of blue in there. The light blue brake calipers. I changed my mind about the wing. I changed my mind. We gotta change that. Rear wing. Let's go with this one. This one right here. I like that one. Alright, now she's ready, man. It's not maxed, unfortunately. For some reason, I still don't have the street race cars maxed out. What's up, I love cars? Good to have you in here, bro. But for some reason, we still don't have the street cars maxed out. I've done a lot of races. Like, I've completed every race on normal and hard, except for one, which is literally almost impossible to complete on hard. And I've done to the keys to the city. But hey, let's take this thing out and see what it can do. You know what? Let's actually drive to a racetrack so I can get a feel for this car. Let's go to the map. I need to play more, man. I'm missing at night. You're missing the streams at night. If you need to play more, man, play more. It's a drag race. Feeling, why don't we cruise the one that's far away? Should we? Why not? We'll go to the strip west. Change difficulty, set waypoint. We're going on a cruise, man. If you guys want to join, let me know in the chat and I will send you an invite because obviously I would definitely like to get some people in here. The sound of this car is really epic though, man. Listen to the engine on this thing, bro. Put a big meaty wang. I'm not going to. I don't like to on muscle cars. I just don't like the wing on muscle cars. Actually, the wide body, I'm surprised I decided to go with, but it still looks pretty good. I am surprised I wide bodied it though. Now that I think about it. Usually I wouldn't wide body a muscle car, but if you guys saw the wide body kit in Forza Motorsport 7, that one is just way too much. This one's a little bit more subtle. Like from the back, unless you really know the ZL1, from the back, it's believable that the car wasn't wide body. Like it's believable that it's stock. But it's just a little bit less over the top is all. In Forza Motorsport 7 though, the wide body's so ridiculous. I can't, man. And then they put the Forza wing on it too, and it's just no. Ladies, what's up? Fussixin. Hey, another stream, bro. We're doing this every day. Welcome back, man. Stance it. I don't know if you can. Can you? Can you go to Camber? Camber. We could stance it. You want... Oh, wait. The camber is supposed to be negative. I don't know if this is... We'll see what happens. Let's just see what happens in terms of cosmetics. Alright, so that's done. It's gonna be... Oh, man. We need spacers. It is cambered, but the fitment is atrocious. It doesn't look good. Especially from the back, like... It doesn't, though. The wheels need to come out wider. They need to add spacers in an update. I'm gonna uncamber it. It's just too cringy, honestly. It's way too cringy. It was a nice thought, though. I'll just leave it the way it is. Let's do... One sec. One thing I do want to do... Do I want more aero on the rear? A little bit more on the front, please. And then... the brake a little bit to the rear. I seem to like braking like that better. Usually, this one hurts our braking distance though. Maybe we'll meet in the middle. What if I go back really far? Alright, we'll meet here right here. So I don't want to hurt my stats. Alright, this is ready to go. Damn, the black with those blue headlights looks so sick, man. Missed upgrades? What do you mean? I got upgrades in here. I have this thing as upgrade as I can without removing upgrades from my bike and my F-Type. But we're going to get some new upgrades for this. We're headed to a race right now. Looks cool with the front lights. Yeah, it does, man. Can I ask you something? How much does it cost to build a gaming PC? Is it cheaper than buying one? It's a good question. It's probably slightly more expensive. Well, no. If you're buying one brand new, it might be cheaper to build. But it's not by much. Like, it's pretty competitive. It's pretty similar in WOD. But I would say, if you know how, I would say build it yourself. If you're not worried about messing something up, I would definitely say build it yourself. You have a better chance of saving some money, I think. And you also get exactly what you want. Like, you don't have to go overkill or settle for anything. You can get the exact part you want for everything. So I like that for sure. What the heck, man? Open up this highway. Damn. I was not expecting that. I don't think I've ever been through this road. Dang. This car sounds so good. Can you guys hear the car? How's the game audio for you guys? Let me know if you can hear the car well, because you gotta be able to experience this, man. That car needs spacers? Yeah, it does. It does not need a massive wing, bro. I meant something else. I didn't mean playing at night. Oh, okay, man. What's up, Avir? Welcome back, bro. Machine Core 500 says, sorry I missed the other live stream on Forza. You don't have to apologize, bro. I'm smashing into all the walls, bro. You can barely hear it. Alright, thanks for letting me know, man. That's unacceptable. We gotta get this audio up. Overall, let's increase vehicles. Why not? No. I don't know if that's gonna mess things up. Okay, let's do that. So that'll help a little bit. And then I'm gonna do this too. 1 second. I'm gonna turn down the music just a touch. Just a little bit. Because this car sounds really good. Alright. Hopefully that made a difference. Hopefully I didn't just waste my time. Dakota Bruce says, turn game up a bit. Alright, hopefully, let me know how this is. If it still needs to go up more, let me know, because I can turn it up more, guys. Mitch, have you played the first crew and the other versions, Police Wild Edition, the crew? No, I haven't. I haven't, actually. I wish I could say I have, but I haven't. Just like I haven't played, like... I played Horizon 2 a little bit, but not extensively at all. But I just got back into video games now since I stopped playing football. When you go to university to play football, you're too busy to play video games, honestly. Way too busy. Damn, let's go. Sorry I've been acting. You don't have to apologize, man. It's good to have you here today. JDM, I'm here because my class is suspended because of the typhoon. Oh, damn. I hope everyone's okay. I'm sorry to hear. Hopefully it wasn't too serious. Can you bring your grandma on stream? You know what's funny? That was probably one of the first messages by you that wasn't about ramen noodles. But I think I met one of my grandmas before they passed, but both my grandmas have been passed a long time, and it's not sad. Like, well, I mean, it's sad, but I didn't know them, so it's not like, you know. Gurkha versus Hummer tomorrow? Imagine. I think the Hummer would win, right? The Gurkha's just way too heavy. The Gurkha is not made to perform at all. Let's go. Are we almost there? We're so far away. I'm not gonna fast travel though. I'm just gonna keep driving. Why not? I'm enjoying just driving this car, honestly. Oh man. Hummer vs. Warthog? That would be interesting. That would be real interesting. Why did I actually follow this line? That was the biggest waste of time. We should have just stayed on the highway. This GPS actually does not know. I guess we're turning off it now. But sometimes the GPS literally will take you down slower lines. And I know because when you're in a race, all they do is use the GPS, right? They have checkpoints set up periodically, and then they have the GPS. And the computers are smart. Sometimes the computers will ignore the GPS and take a faster line. And you, following the GPS, assuming it's the faster route, end up way behind. Which kind of sucks, but hey, it's the way it is. Go, go, go. Damn, do you guys hear this now? Guys, let me know right now, how's the sound quality? Can you hear this engine? Please tell me you guys can hear this. It sounds so mean, bro. Please read my previous comment. Make it a Formula Drift. That would be funny. If you have a huge money, please make it Formula Drift ZL1. I can't. This game, you have to buy drift cars. I can't make this a drift build. There's no option to do that in this game. That's one thing I don't like about the Crew 2. I think that you should be able to buy like maybe a drift setup or a drag setup on any car, or maybe, I don't know, say you're not allowed to do it with the hypercars, whatever, but it should be like that rather than me buying an R34 street race car and an R34 drag car, etc, etc. But yeah, long story short, I can't do that with this. It will only ever be for racing. Drifting in this game, even if you try to drift it, I can get it sideways, but it makes no sense to drift because it slows you down almost as fast as slamming on your brakes. Just like that. I'll try to show you guys in the corner here. What's up, Mox? Good to have you back in here, bro. How are you? Please turn the game volume up. It's still too quiet. Damn, that's unacceptable, guys. I apologize. Is the music loud or quiet? Is the music overpowering? I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit more. And then we're going to turn up the game volume. Hopefully that's a lot better. That should be a whole lot better. You know, even a little bit more. A little bit more. Alright, that should be good. There's no way that won't be good. You can't hear the music at all. Damn it. Okay. My bad, guys. Let me turn the music back up. Alright, music is up. Game volume is up. We're about to listen to this engine, finally. Literally, there was no music for you guys. I'm listening to music. You guys are listening to something else. Just nothing. Silence. I gotta turn down the volume in my earphones a little bit now. Alright, how does it sound now? Please tell me it sounds good. Oops, sorry, buddy. What up, Snowdrift? Good to have you in here, man. We're just cruising to our first race in the all blacked out ZL1. There we go. Alright. So I think it's sounding a bit better now. Shady M says better. Awesome. If you guys still want me to make adjustments, let me know. And I definitely will not hesitate to do so. It's important that you guys get to hear like everything I'm hearing. I mean, it's part of the experience with this car, man. Is that a bald eagle? I'm just assuming because we're in the States. We get hawks. In Canada, we get hawks. We get ravens if you're northeast, yeah, no, northwest, sorry, northwest. But I've never seen an eagle. Actually, I've seen one in a zoo, but I've never seen an eagle just out and about. Did you ever play football? If you did you get first? Well, it's a team sport, so it's hard to like get first. But if you're asking if my high school team won championships, yes. If you're asking if my university team won, yes. We won the Yates Cup, which was like all of Ontario. I guess like there was one game in high school where I contributed heavily. Just I was the quarterback, so it's kind of hard not to contribute when the ball's in your hands every game. But that was like one of the best games of my life. But yeah, no, I had a lot of experience playing football. What's up, Apex X Virtual? What's funny is, my team, they loved the game before, because we went up against Newman, and they were like the best team in the league, and we ended up beating them. I was still the quarterback, so I still, like, obviously it had something to do with the win. I got 2 touchdowns, but it was like, that was overall a team win. Everyone did really good. A couple of my receivers got touchdowns. The defense played really well. And then in our championship game, we were just getting murdered. Like, we were down 14-0 at halftime. The coach was yelling at everyone, telling the players they sucked. And then when we came back after halftime, all he did was run me. Like, we didn't do anything else. He just quarterback run right, quarterback run left. I'm being very basic. If you're a football player, then we obviously specified which hole or if I was going off tackle. But for the sake of everyone else understanding, you know, quarterback left, quarterback right, quarterback up the middle. Those were our plays for all of the second half. And that was like my favorite game because I contributed the most. Wow, the coach was all, you want to hear about my coach? He was the best coach, man. Honestly, you have to be a football player because it sounds crazy if you're not a football player. The coach telling the players they suck, but it is like, he was the best coach I ever had. I say that hesitantly because my university coach was amazing too, and both of them like actually cared for me as a person as well, which is obviously really important to me. But he was the best. I remember in grade 9, first of all, he almost cut me from the team. Not because I wasn't very good, but because I wasn't listening to the coaches. I was one of those kids who thought they were too good, I guess you could say. Well, my brother had played football, so when the coaches said something that was inconsistent with what my brother told me, I just like, at first I refused to accept it. So he literally was like, you're cut. And bro, like football was my whole life. My dad wouldn't let me play football growing up as a kid because it was too expensive, I guess, or whatever. So when I got to high school, I was like, yes, like finally, this is what I've been, you know, looking stupid in front of my friends with like shoulder pads and a helmet on my front yard, having them throw passes to me. Like I was such a weird kid, but I would literally be on my front yard in my brother's high school shoulder pads and helmet with like a mat, one of those like wrestling mats laid out on the grass, and I would just like practice dive catches and crap. And like the neighbors would be looking at me like I was the weirdest kid ever. But I mean, it definitely paid off because I ended up, like if you're a kid like that, if you're that dedicated to something, then you get results. I was one of the top recruited defensive backs in Canada, but I think I'm going to start playing football again next year. I told you a couple of you guys that a couple streams ago. But anyways, moving on, I wanted to play football that bad, right? So I get to high school. I'm not listening to the coaches, and he's like, oh, meet me in the equipment room after practice. And I had a feeling, I wasn't sure actually. I wasn't sure because I knew I was still good, right? So I wasn't sure if I was going to be cut, but I had a feeling it was something bad, obviously. And then he just looked at me and he's like, you're cut, give me your equipment. And like, he's something like that, I'm paraphrasing. And I just like teared up immediately. I was in grade 9, so I was a little bit younger too. But I teared up immediately and I was just like, no, no. I waited my whole freaking life to play football. I didn't say this, but in my head, I'm like, I waited my whole life to play football and it's over. Like, the coach of my high school doesn't like me. He's cut me from the team. It's over. Like, and then he could tell that it was important to me, so he kept me on the team. And he actually wanted me to play quarterback in grade 9, but I always thought I was a receiver, so I was still a little bit of a pain in his ass, and I was like, basically said no to playing quarterback, played receiver instead. I played receiver and free safety. That's nice. Can I see my GPS, please? I don't know where to go. Oh, we're here. What am I saying? So I was receiver, free safety, and I remember I wasn't doing good on defense. I only wanted to try at my position, which was receiver, right? What's up, Rocket Gaming? So I wasn't doing too good on defense, and after one game, we take game film. So we record the game, we review our mistakes. We're in the game film room after this game against BT, Bishop Tonus, and he's like, Mitchell, I have this. I want you to read it to the team. You guys about to have your mind blown if you weren't used to football coaches yet. So I pick up this piece of paper and I start to read it. And in front of the whole team, taking mine as well, I'm a rookie, it's my first year of high school. I'm already quiet, I'm like nervous, I don't like to talk to people, I have social anxiety. And here I am in front of the whole football team, reading, and the note says, Mitchell sucks, he's terrible at defense, he's a chicken, get him off of defense, he's not a football player, like, he's just completely ripping into me, and not saying it, but making me read it to the team. Take that in, like, that's, and I still love this coach, like, best coach I ever had, right? Because that's just the way football coaches are, bro. If you're a football coach, you have a savage personality. Football players, the good ones, you have a savage personality no matter what. So I read this to the team, and I think he knew for sure that this would be good for me. I don't know, but just everything he did turned out to be good for me. Because next thing I knew, I'm at practice, and I don't care if it's the biggest lineman on the field. And he was that crazy too. Little guys like me would do hitting drills against the linemen. It didn't matter how big or small you were. You did hitting drills like crazy. We had one practice where we had two dislocated shoulders, a concussion. It was just like people were dropping like flies, like dropping for the season, out of the season, like flies. It was so intense. But yeah, after that, I just turned into a really aggressive football player, and I think I knew that he was making me read that because he believed I could do better. I don't think he would have done that if he didn't think I had any more to give, right? So after that, it turned me into, if it wasn't for that note, I probably wouldn't have been such a good football player. And what ended up happening later in my career was I ended up being a defensive back. I ended up preferring defense and being like sought out after throughout the country as a defensive back, and that's, you know, probably all thanks to him. And obviously me developing as a quarterback, again, all thanks to him. The next year, he just believed in me so much, I was like, you know what, shit, I'm gonna play quarterback. First 2 games, guys, I threw 6 interceptions. 3 interceptions each game. I had pick sixes. It was terrible. This man still believed in me. This man still had me as a starting quarterback. Next thing I knew, I had 3 touchdowns in the championship game, and we won the championships. We were 3-3 going into playoffs. There wasn't a lot of teams, so everybody made the playoffs. But 3-3 going into playoffs, this guy believed in me the whole way, and we won the championship. Great coach. Great coach. I want to play football, but I'm skinny dude. Doesn't matter. Well, it does. You get in the gym, but you can still do it. It's all mindset, man. Football players are savages. It doesn't matter if you're skinny. It doesn't matter if you're big. It's all about your mindset. I've destroyed people who are like way bigger than me, and I've had little guys on the field that just like, I remember I had a game against this other team. It was a scrimmage. It was my first game as a quarterback, a scrimmage in the grade 10, and I was just like, I felt so good. I was so pumped because I felt like nobody could touch me on that team. I think it was Nelson. I think the team name was Nelson. But there was this one little guy. Every time, this little guy would track me down and would wrap me up. I couldn't break his tackles. I would go through the 1 and 2 hole against the D-line, and I would just shake off the D-line, and this little dude took me down every time. I never broke a tackle from him. So if you're skinny, it doesn't matter. It's all about your mindset. If you're aggressive, you could definitely make it. Oh, but I gotta tell you guys about the time. Did I come in first? That whole race was autopilot. I don't remember anything from that race. But one time, my coach ate grass. He was so mad at me, he ate grass. With attitude, too. Like, I gotta tell you guys about this. This is just, oh, this is so hilarious. It was so hard not to laugh. Alright, set a waypoint. Wait, let me change the difficulty here. What the hell are you doing? Can I change the difficulty, please? Alright, well, I guess we'll change it when we get there. If I remember. How do you do that? I don't know. Once I get into like a story, I was just gaming on autopilot. I honestly, genuinely have no idea if I came in first or last in that race. What's up, Apex Virtual? Good to have you in here, bro. Welcome. Alright, let's start our journey. Wow, the GPS is like, man, like this is just too far away. It's just giving me a straight line to where I have to go. You know what? Let's fly for a bit, guys. While I tell you about my coach eating grass. This was awesome. Take it easy up here. Have a good one, man. So, we're at practice, and usually we're on turf, but today we're on a grass field because the seniors got the turf field for a game or something like that. And I had this big issue. If you guys know throwing on the run, like rolling out and throwing the ball while you're running, it's a difficult skill to pick up as a quarterback. So we were kind of working on that, running some plays where I'm on the run, but not only am I on the run, I'm going to the awkward side. So if I go on the run to the right, I'm right-handed, so I'm running like this, and I can throw like this. It's awkward, but it's not as bad as running like this and throwing like this, right? That's what's really uncomfortable, because you have to like twist your body. It's super difficult. So we're running these plays, and naturally, every time I go to throw the ball, instead of throwing while I'm running, I square up, I plant my feet, and then I throw the ball. And I did it like 3 times in a row. I just couldn't help it for some reason. I couldn't get through my head to throw while I'm running instead of stopping. On the 3rd time, this guy starts yelling. I don't even remember what he said because the preceding event kind of took place in my memory, took over, but he's yelling at me. He grabs a handful of grass from the ground, shoves it in his mouth. I'm not lying. My coach shoved a handful of grass in his mouth, and then he looks at me, and he goes, and grass is just falling out of his mouth. And I'm just looking at this guy, trying my best not to laugh, because like I respect him too, right? So I don't want to laugh and make the situation worse, but literally growls and shakes some of the grass out of his mouth. I died, guys. Inside, I was just dying laughing. My coach was a legend, bro. AJ, what's up, man? Good to have you in here. Do you play soccer? I played at recess, but not really. Game Killer, what's up, man? It happens. Your left brain is distracted, but still it notices what you're doing. A weird phenomenon. Yeah, like, again, I have no recollection of that last race. I just remember after the race, parking on, like, a ramp going down. That's it. The whole race was just gone. Only horses eat grass? Apparently not, man. I don't know if he digested it. I don't know if he swallowed it. Honestly, he must have swallowed some of it. He put a lot of grass in his mouth. I don't know how he got so much grass off the ground with one hand. Like, he must have got some dirt in there too. I think your coach was some type of centaur, because only horse... I don't know, man. I mean, well, obviously I know, but that was just, oh, that was hilarious. That's great. My university coach wasn't as funny, but was still just as savage. Like, he'll just tell you it how it is. We had this one player who was guaranteed going pro, just a beast, an athletic, just crazy defensive back. And every single game film, our coach would just rip into his ass. Like, just completely tear his shit up, man, in front of all of these players. But again, it's because he knows that the guy is capable of more, right? It's not, I don't know, you just get used to it as a football player. When you're on the football field, you get treated differently, and it's kind of like being in the army, but not at all. Like, don't take that, like, I'm trying to act like I did what soldiers do for their countries. No, but just in terms of how the leaders treat you, it's kind of like being in the army. You're completely disrespected, but you don't take it disrespectfully. It's just how everybody's treated. I don't know. If you're not, if they just overlook you and don't rip into you, that's when you're like, oh shit, like, they don't believe in me, I'm not like a good player, they've just given up. That's what you don't want. I'm gonna have to do a couple vlogs when I get back into football. Show you guys a little bit of it. I have my school permit now. I can drive anywhere. Nice, man. We're literally just cruising. Like, we're just straight cruising right now. Mount Rushmore is behind me. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Oops. I would drop into a, oh, there's some road over here. Maybe we'll go over here to the road and drive the rest of the way. I could switch planes. That would have been better. Let's see if we land on the road. I almost nailed that. I almost nailed that, man. I can imagine that in my head, and I'm almost dying. What exactly? The coaches? Yeah. No, it's funny, man. I got ripped into a lot. And very rarely does a player ever backlash at all. And if it does happen, then the whole team's like, looks at the player as the ass. Like, it's just, that's what the coaches are supposed to do. And if you talk back to the coach, especially if you talk back to the coach like how the coaches talk to you, it's just like really frowned upon on the field, man. What's up, Timothy? Good to have you here, bro. But yeah, I always loved football. When I went to university, I didn't love university. So it sucks because I ended up leaving football because of that. But I'm thinking I'll go play for Hurricanes next year. I got to get back in shape, though. I am not in good shape at all. But it could be fun, man. It could be fun. You even managed to hold your smile. What? From what? Why would I not smile? These are good stories, man. These are good times. MCFC, what up, man? How are you, bro? Good to have you in here. Damn! Look at that deer. We're just cruising over to another race. So far, I'm enjoying this car a ton, honestly. You have seen the blue tips on the exhaust? Yeah, I see them. You're not feeling them? Oops. Like this story time, we should do this more often. Yeah, I definitely think we should, man. Sometimes I just can't think of a story to give you guys, but someone asked about football and then just started, bro. I got tons of football stories. I mean, it's not too hard to come up with them because I played football for so long. Or I guess the highlight of my life early on was football. Like now, this is literally the highlight. I love doing this. I wouldn't want to do anything else, but well, I mean, I would actually. I would love to do this, but also actually race cars, even if it's not professionally. I just can't afford to do that yet, but hopefully in the future. But yeah, like as a kid, like that was the highlight of my life for sure. Football it was like where I was finally allowed to like let my personality out, because I was very, very antisocial. But on the football field, everyone on my team knew a completely different person. In fact, everybody I went to school with has no idea who I am unless they played on my football team. Like they will even say that too. They'll just be like, oh, I don't know, he was really quiet, looked kind of intimidating, looked like an angry kid. That's what everyone knows about me. Football was just really good. Like, you're gonna learn a lot of life lessons, honestly, about hard work, and like also just like people who are entitled. Usually the kids who are really entitled don't make it on the football team, but if they do, like if they stick it out, then that really kind of wakes them up. Because if you go into the world feeling like super entitled and like the world owes you something, you get on your own, man, you're screwed. And it just toughens you up. It's like a rite of passage. It's just good for men to do, like, or kids to do. It's like part of the process of becoming a man, bro. Once you pop the finger back into place and run back on the field, you become a man. Or both times I broke an ankle, they didn't even call the ambulance for me, man. But both times I snapped my ankle. One time I literally had to walk off the field on it, like straight up. But yeah, it's just a tough sport, man. Same thing with like UFC, rugby, just like a man sport like that. What's up, Witchy? Have you modded the game? No, I haven't. Are you saying because I already have the ZL1? Because I feel like a lot of people should already have it. I haven't played that much, actually. I mean, I stream daily, but I usually only get maybe a couple hours a day on the crew too. I'm icon level 101, I think, right now, maybe 102 by now. I just never played, oh, pass flag because of the injuries, but I went and played soccer. Yeah, I know you will get injured. I mean, I snapped both my ankles. I dislocated fingers at least 4 times. And every time, you have to pop it back in too. Like, I'm not exaggerating. You have to pop your own finger back in. One, if you don't, if you just, like, take yourself out of the game because you're not willing to pop your finger back in, then you look soft amongst a bunch of, like, very, very masculine people who are actually, you know, like, on the football team, everyone's very, like, tough, right? So you're going to pop it back in. And you, the trainer, the people who deal with injuries, because of legal reasons, they're not even allowed to pop it back in case they, like, tear a nerve or something like that. They're not allowed to touch it, so you actually have to do it yourself. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone who played football at a high level and didn't get injured. You're going to get hurt. And if you make a pro, you're going to have a short career, but still a great sport. Still a great sport. Did you hear about the Lamborghini Terzo Millennio? Yes, I did. I don't know how to say it properly, so I probably butchered the pronunciation. No worries. But yeah, I heard of it. Heard about it. Like the all-electric supercar. It's a concept or whatever. It looks pretty cool. I'm not in love with it, but it's a concept. So hopefully the finished product looks better. What just happened? Oh, I think I hit photo mode. The Lamborghini Veneno and Huracan was a concept for 2.5 years. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was 3 years. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Welcome to the community, whoever's sub. Bees, I'm on PC, man. Sorry to tell you. Good to have you on the Twitch, bro. But yeah, I'm on PC. Hey, thanks for following, man. Welcome. Mitch, did it hurt when you pop it back in? It really hurts at first, but like the pinkies will go first, and once you've dislocated them a few times, it becomes pretty easy to pop them in. So then it's nice because you look like this big tough guy, like a savage in front of your teammates because you don't even flinch, you just pop it right back in. But it really just doesn't hurt as much because all your ligaments have been stretched out, and yeah, it doesn't hurt as much after. When I snapped my ankles, that hurt. My God, that hurt. That hurt so bad. I remember my coach. Oh, bro, my last time I snapped my ankle, I was in the best shape of my life. I had finally moved out of my dad's. I was with this other family, and they fed me so good, man. I was putting on healthy weight so quick, and I was just so big and like strong. I just felt unstoppable. And I snapped my ankle on the second practice. This wasn't high school. This was rep. I snapped my ankle on the second practice. This was the summer going into university too, which sucks because I didn't get to take that like physique with me into university. I could have if I worked hard enough, but you know, I didn't. And I forgot my ankle brace, so it's my fault that I broke my ankle to begin with. But yeah, I snapped my ankle on the second practice, and it killed. But I remember my coach. He's a professional coach as well. He also coaches the University of McMaster. And he was just like, no. He's like, no, it's not broken, man. It's probably just a sprain. Like, it's okay. I looked at him. I was like, Coach, it's broken. He still refused to believe me though. I ended up walking off. Not only did I walk off the field, but I had my big heavy ass football bag, and I kind of wanted to believe him too. Nobody wants to believe their ankle's broken, because I had already broken one before. It's not cool hopping around for 6 weeks. It's not cool. Like, putting a bag on your cast every time you want to shower. Imagine getting into the shower with 1 foot for 6 weeks and taking the entire shower on 1 foot. You can't put any weight on the other foot. So yeah, I didn't want to believe it. So I walked off the field at the end of practice holding my football bag over my shoulder. Get to the hospital and my ankle snapped clean in half. But it was the bone. There's 2 bones that go down to your ankle. There's one, I don't know what it does, it's the thinner one, and then there's the one that actually supports the weight of your body. So I snapped the thinner one, so that's why I was able to walk on it. The one that actually supported my weight was okay. Luckily I didn't need surgery, but man, it sucked. Recovering from that, that was the worst. First night, you don't get any sleep. First night, you do not sleep at all because the pain is just so bad. Unless you take the drugs they give you, but I don't know. I just didn't want to take them. Dakota Bruce, you might do soccer instead. Soccer's awesome. It's a great sport and it's safer. It's completely up to you, right? I wouldn't tell anyone to do football if, like, you're not passionate about it. But I think doing a physical sport like football is just really good for your development to, like, toughen up and, like, become a man straight up. Feel like, I mean, if you're like gay, whatever, cool. But if you're an actual man, if you're attracted to women, I feel like you should be the protector. You should be like the Rock, the person who's tough when stuff is bad, you know? Like, if the dog dies, you shouldn't be crying. You should be helping your wife who's crying, you know? Or someone breaks in, you should be handling that, and your wife should be hiding in the closet. I feel like playing a sport that's physical and toughens you up is just kind of good to get you there. Because I don't know if men are just naturally like that, to be honest. I doubt it, honestly. Do something tough. Take MMA, take boxing. Cole, stop. Hey, enough. No. No. I still feel like I'm not tough enough, but relatively speaking, I'm a tough person. But I definitely... Actually, I only feel like that because I've never really been tested. Like, I don't know what I would do if someone broke in. I just, like, hope I would respond well to that situation. Like, I would hope I would do what a man should do, you know? Like, but once I go through a situation like that, I guess, hopefully it turns out okay. What's up, Lancer BG? Good to have you, man. Hopefully it turns out okay. But then I'll probably be satisfied with, you know, the man I become, I guess. Man, I hope I never get injured like that. Yeah, I mean, it's bad but good, right? Anything that hurts you physically or emotionally, well, physically as long as you recover fully from it, which the ankles I didn't. I need to go to see the doctor to get them sorted out before I get serious about football again. But anything that hurts you physically or emotionally that doesn't permanently scar you, well, it doesn't permanently scar you in a negative way, I would say, usually is a benefit. Like, usually it's good for you, honestly. If you're not used to going through pain, the moment you actually face pain, you're just gonna, like, curl up in a ball, you know? Like, the first time I broke my ankle, I reacted a lot worse than the second time. That's probably why the coach didn't believe it was broken. But the second time, it's like, alright, I've been through this. Like, I know about when the pain's gonna go away. You kind of have some experience, and you're just tougher about the situation. I mean, the first time, I got a piggyback from one of my linemen. I literally got, well, the first time it was good I did, because it was the weight-bearing bone or whatever. It was the big bone that broke that time. But still, I got a piggyback from one of my linemen. I was rolling around on the ground when it broke.
How'd you wind up so far
but then the second time, I dealt with it a lot better.
Just drive faster.
And same thing with the fingers, obviously. First time I popped a finger out of place as a little kid, I was like screaming. I was young too, though, but I was screaming. And it was playing football again, but it was playing football with my friends at the park. It wasn't like in a league or anything. When you're like grabbing onto people's shirts and grabbing onto people's like limbs, grabbing whatever you can to try to tackle someone with your little fingers, man, fingers will pop out of place. It's just gonna happen. But yeah, so the first time I popped a finger out of place, it was this massive deal. I'm like crying on the way there, crying to the doctor, everything. Second time, you know, it sucked, and then eventually it was just like didn't even matter. You just pop it out, it's like, oh damn, I gotta pop it back in. You pop it back in, you go back on the field. What's up, Speed Legend? You can't play today? No worries, man. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to get back to football, though. That's the only thing that I don't get with my YouTube channel, because, like, I have so much fun. I love playing video games, but I don't get to, like, do anything tough. I was actually considering doing MMA, but I think football would be better, because who knows, if I got the chance to go to the CFL, that'd be some pretty interesting vlogs. I don't know if it's possible, but if I stayed on the path I was going on, I had a good shot. I definitely had a good shot. Damn it. When I dislocated my pinky, I laughed and accepted a month of a bad finger. Yeah. AJ's tough. What sports do you play, AJ? You said soccer? Pretty tough, though. I was a little kid when I cried, but I definitely was not tough about the situation. I would have been like 8 years old, probably. 8 or 9, the oldest, because I moved out of that city when I was 9. This was a long race, no? I don't know, but we're just wrapping it up. I missed a lot of corners. Man, I hope I already read that. Oh, damn. So far I'm liking the car. I don't really know how good it is. We should probably just put some upgrades in it though. We got a little bit of loot now. I might as well. Let's see how much we can upgrade it. I twisted my arm because QB made me jump and someone hit me mid-air. Oh, damn. Like when you landed, you twisted it? I've done that. It wasn't severe, like I was fine, but I've done that. I've got my arm messed up as a quarterback, though. When you got your arm up here throwing the ball all the time right before people hit you, yeah, you get messed up. I almost got my knee messed up bad. I was so pissed. This guy on Cathedral, man, always hit late. He was the best defender on their team. Tackled me at least 3-4 times that game. But the guy was such an ass, bro. Like, I clearly threw the ball. There was like a full second. This guy dove at my leg and almost like tore my ACL. And I look at the ref. The ref's like, oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, screw you. It's not your ACL, you freaking ass, bro. I don't care if people hit me, but if you're going to dive at my knees late after I've already thrown the ball, you're an ass, bro. If it happens, your left brain. We got Game Killer. He's like the prof. Telling us about the left and right brain. Left brain distracted, but still it notices what you're doing. Yep. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I think it's because I'm on the other chat. The other chat's catching up right now. My bad, guys. I was on the YouTube page, and the chat is just going. But yeah, it was just catching up. They were old messages. When I dislocated my, soccer ball and XC for a bit, I ain't crazy tough, but I don't cry. Yeah, I don't really cry anymore. Koa, stop. Stop. No. No. It's dog, eh? No. Got a big fine, man. 2-time, I could have broken my ribs by landing brutally on my back. Oh, you got the wind knocked out of you for sure, eh? I've had that, man. I've gotten the wind knocked out of me. I've never broken my ribs. I've hurt my ribs a little bit, but I don't think they were broken. Like, they just hurt a bit. You get hit in the ribs a lot, but especially if you play wide receiver, which I played for a while. But if you play wide receiver, you've been hit in the ribs at least once. At least once. In football, if you break your ribs, unless you have a punctured lung, if you break a rib or two, like, you're still playing. Like, you're just still playing. That's just, like, the reality of the situation. Okay, let's do this race right here. One more race. You got lucky? Yeah, man. The only thing I've ever broken are my ankles. And I realized after the fact why I broke my ankles, which really annoys me. My ankles, initially, I didn't have bad ankles or anything. But what I did have, my, like, toenails, so weird. But my toenails grew in a weird way. So they were always, like, pushing into my skin on my big toes, right? So because of that, I would run on the outsides of my feet. So, or else if I didn't, like, I would finish my football practice and my socks, like, I would have blood through my socks because my toes, like, my toenails would cut my toes, right? For some reason, I never understood that that was the reason I was dislocating my ankles. I learned to run on the outside of my feet just so it didn't hurt like crazy. And when you're running on the outside of your feet, you're gonna roll your ankles and eventually break them once the ligaments get too weak. So that's what happened, which really annoys me because I could have prevented it really easy. I just went to the doctor about that, which is what I'm gonna do. Like any day now, I'm gonna schedule a doctor appointment, get that sorted out because I want to play some more football again for like either a semi-pro team or just an adult league. We'll see what happens, but semi-pro in Canada doesn't mean you're like amazing. So it's not like in the States, I guess, if you're on a semi-pro team there. There's a lot of semi-pro. I've watched some highlight films of semi-pro teams, and there's guys who are like the O-linemen who are just slacking, bro. Like just jogging around during the play. But then there's those guys who are like trying to get back into the pros who are just way better than everyone. So it'll be cool to play with them. Oh man. Break. What up, Tito? Did I ever? Yeah, I put upgrades in here. What's up, Ghost Samurai? Good to have you in here, bro. Oh no, oh no, oh god. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, we have time though. We got a lot of time. I might have to try to start driving better though. This race has been a lot more difficult than the other ones. The other ones I was able to do on autopilot. This one I gotta focus. Or I gotta... Are you... We're just doing a burnout for so long. Like, you ever gonna start accelerating? Damn it. I'm in the back. Oh. Maybe I should just go to autopilot. Autopilot was working a lot better for me. Oops. Yeah, I definitely should. What's up, Doggy Crown? Welcome, man. Good to have you. Guys, I think we're going to end things off here. Thanks for watching. I had an appointment earlier, so that's why we moved this stream later again. But tomorrow I'll be on at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I didn't want to go without streaming. So if you guys haven't already, I made a video on... oh my god, what the hell was the video on? It's on Forza Horizon 4, but what was it about? Oh, it was about the Forza-thon system. They have a brand new Forza-thon system. If you guys didn't know about it already, called Forza-thon Live, and I break that down. And honestly, it's really interesting. I think it's going to be a massive part of the game. So if you guys don't know about it already, feel free to check it out. Oh man. Oh, break. Alright, well, I've accepted that this is a loss. I definitely accepted this. I saw you on Sonic's stream. Yeah, I'm always in his streams too. Take it easy, AJ. Have a good one, man. Come on. Ghost isn't gonna quit, man. That's what I've been trying to tell Ghost. You're not gonna quit. You're never gonna quit. You're in too deep, bro. You're already good at the game, so you've already put a lot of time in. It's too late for quitting. I just took the really long road. The really long road. Oh, man. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I had a lot of fun. Although it's probably not the most entertaining just listening to me tell stories, it's kind of cool to do once in a while. So, thanks for listening. I hope the stories weren't too boring. Don't quit things you're very good at. Exactly, right? Well, another thing is, he's obviously good for a reason, which is he's played a lot in the past, which means he likes the game. Which then in turn means it's probably going to be pretty tough for you to quit, Ghost. You're in too deep, man. It's like me quitting football. I want to go back. Anyways, guys, take it easy. Remember, your pain is your strength. Try to apply that in every painful situation in your life. Remember that. See you guys later.